And welcome back, people, friends, enemies. We are back at it again for more Dragon Quest. Welcome to the playthrough, welcome to the channel. This is going to be an MMO sleep playlist focused on you and yourself and what to do as in becoming, what to transform into. Because believe it or not, trust yourself or not, believe in yourself or not, we're always transforming into something. And today I'm going to teach you guys that it's not too difficult to transform into what you need to be, that you don't really need to do much, right? And that's going to be the moral of the story. Just kind of live your life, do what you need to do, embrace what you need to embrace, and it'll all come to you in due time. But before that, let's explain what we're doing here in Dragon Quest Realm real quick. This is called the Twilight Stage, where you fight 5 bosses in a row. We're starting with the harder bosses because I'm silly. I don't know if there's really a real reason here. But yeah, you fight 5 bosses in a row. These are gonna be the bosses from versions 3 and 4. And when you do the first one, it's gonna be the bosses from versions 1 and 2. And if you defeat all of them, you get more rewards. You get a certain time limit. I believe it is 15 minutes for each. And yes, enjoy while we fight our way through. We have our cosplayers as well. We have Missy Winter, Miss Fua May, and the person I'm playing as is Invisiguy. So enjoy the gameplay in the background while I yap to you guys about the true essence of a soul, the true meaning of a life. Okay? So essentially, guys, we all have one chance, one opportunity to truly rise above the rest and be all that we can be. And that's our life, and it really only begins once we realize that we only have one. So you could say you have 2 lives, but I'd say the first life is more of a tutorial kind of thing. And that's more you chasing and running after things that may not be entirely inherently, plausible for you to reach. Chasing a bunch of goals of others, trying to appease, trying to fit yourself into a mold that perhaps you really don't need to fit yourself into. That kind of stuff, right? But once you get it past that phase and you get into the lock-in phase, what you need to remember, what I'm telling you in the title here, is you don't need to be more. You just need to be more. And how do you do this? Well, I say it's more of embodying the moment. Embodying the moment, which means a lot less of thinking about the future, worrying about what to do. It's all in God's hands. Worrying about the timing of things, worrying about what else? Worrying about the operations, the order of operations, worrying about the quantities of what you should do. Maybe I'm doing this too much. Maybe I'm doing that too much. If you just really leave it all up to God. You leave it all up to a higher power to decide where you need to go, what you need to do, what you need to feed on, then it becomes easy. It becomes simple. It becomes something that is a no-brainer to you, which it should be. Life does not need to be hard. Everyone lies to us, man. They're all like, oh, no, you got to work for your money. You got to fight for your right to live. You have to yada, 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 right? But it's all really a lie. It's all really a lie. We don't have to struggle, but we do have to suffer. Okay? But see, the thing is, if you choose your own suffering, then it's not really a struggle at the end of the day, is it? It's something I chose. It's a cross I chose to bear. And it's not something that's being forced upon me. It's not a weight that I'm pushing against. It's more of like a boulder that we're counteracting against, because you don't want to be happy all the time. Nobody wants that. We all want the human experience, whether we believe it or not. Happiness is fleeting most times, and you got to realize where that puts you. Where that puts you in a state of just freeing things. And if you really want to be free, if you want to free yourself from this mortal coil, besides the whole suicide, death thing, whatever you want to call it, don't do that. What you can do is free yourself from your desires. That's the closest we can get. It's the closest we can get without jumping the bucket. And you free yourself from your desires by simply just living in the moment, being like, I have what I need to prosper right now. So there's no reason I should be dipped into anguish or sadness or whatever other emotions are among me. I shouldn't be dipped into them. I should dip my nugget, my heart, my ketchup, my chicken nugget in there and eat it. Okay, I shouldn't just take the sadness packet, or take the happiness barbecue sauce, or take the anxiety sweet and sour and open the thing and just drink it. You shouldn't do that. And that's what a lot of people do. Instead of just living in it, taking your chicken nuggets and gliding it through the sauce, gliding it through that sadness sauce and being like, this is what it tastes like, this is what it feels like, these are the sensations that give me the sad feel, and I'm gonna lock in on that. I'm going to lock in on that feeling so that it can then provide me a path forward. And I think that natural path forward for us, it's something that's missing a lot. It's something that's missing a lot from people in general, because we're always focused on the previous thing or the next thing. And to truly get the path forward, you really just need to focus on the now and let God do the rest. It's really annoying, but whatever your higher power is, they're gonna know what the true path for you is. They're gonna realize what your true destiny or your true angle, your true, moniker of distance is going to be. And they're not going to, just leave you in the dark or, leave you trapped or lost. That's not how this works. Okay, it's more of a soul thing that you have to lock into. And so remember that. Remember that whatever we do, it all comes back to the soul, right? It all comes back to the soul, because the soul is the thing that is going to lead you to wherever you're supposed to go in life, because we're not all meant for greatness and destinies and praises on high. Let's just be real. That's not all of us. But if you are meant for that, then don't stress over the fact that you are meant for that. Just allow your story to be played out, because once again, the higher power has a plan. The higher power always has a plan. And what we usually mess up our blessings by doing is acting like we are that higher power with the plan. We are a higher power, but we still are unconscious of the plan. There's no way we can be, because there's just so many variables. I mean, like, guys, you should know with the internet, there's too many variables to be locked in like that and just know exactly what to do. Unless you're like incredibly autistic, which congratulations, I guess, but life's probably also super hard for you because of that. So it sort of balances out. And yeah, you got to remember that not everybody wants to get to this crazy, infinitely powerful level of expertise. You may be one of those people, but if you really want to prosper to that level, you're going to have to actually destroy everyone along the way who doesn't want to go there with you. And I don't think you want to destroy these people. I think some of them are your friends, some of them are your families, some of them are your lovers, some of them are your, whatevers. Some of them may be enemies, but sometimes you don't even want to destroy your enemies. And that's real talk, right? You want your enemies to be there to help you provide, fuel for you to go farther, your rivals and whatnot. But all in all, I want you guys to just realize that it's not a race. It's a discovery. It's learning more. It's getting that information that you need to know that you are the poo-poo, the shit, the boom-boom. And to do that, you don't need to just start doing lots and lots and lots and more shit, guys. You just gotta be yourself. You just gotta be more of yourself. And that doesn't mean to jump out and, start some crazy shit, or, hop out and, blast out the whip, or, do something rambunctious to be seen. When you are yourself authentically, there's no way you can be hidden. So it's not about being seen. It's about discovering who you want to be and locking in on that. And simply, from that perspective, just loving yourself. And I know how hard that can be. I know it's a lifelong journey. It's kind of stressful to think about, honestly. Just loving yourself. It's honestly, it's nerve-wracking. I'll put it like that. It's nerve-wracking to think about. Just, oh no, I have to be myself. Like, what is that? What does that phrase even mean? But I assure you, the longer you practice in it, just like anything, the longer you practice in that mode of being like, what would my best self do in this moment? What would the max level character of the MMO be able to do with this information, with this situation, with this general schematics of an event going on around me? What would they be able to do? What would they be able to discover? What would they be able to recover about life? And when you think about it that way, you know, there's no way you can go wrong. You know, you just have to act like you are max level at all times. And that makes sense because you are max level at all times, guys. You got to realize that. You know, we don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow. We don't know if this is our pinnacle. We don't know if this is going to be the maximum level of magic that we're ever going to be able to surpass. We don't know. We simply don't know. So to discover what we're going to do in life or where we're going to go, the only way to do it is to just relinquish control and be more of yourself. You don't have to do more. You don't have to be more. You just have to be more. Like be. Like just be. Just exist more. Don't try to crash out doing everything and anything under the sun. Just exist. People don't realize the power of literally just existing. Man, I don't know why this is giving me this feeling, but I really feel like going back to like my old park back in the old town that I used to live in and just walking around. So nostalgic, so nostalgic. There were so many parks around and I was just walking and exploring and discovering myself, and I wasn't really trying to do more. I was just being more, and I would meet people. You know, I still remember it to this day because girls usually don't compliment guys, but there's this girl walking by. She was super pretty on the bench, and I was listening to my music on the speaker. She was like, "I really like your music," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." And that was our entire interaction, and it was so like, bro, it was one of the best moments of my day right there. I went home, I made a beautiful, beautiful track because of that, just that amped feeling that I had to the instrumental that she said that she really liked. I was like, oh man, I gotta lay down a track to this. You know, and then I also did the corny thing of going back to that same spot the next day, and I was like, maybe she'll be here again. Maybe she'll listen to the full song that I made, and it'll be crazy. You know, it'll be like, oh my gosh, you made this. Have my babies. I don't know. Oh, I don't know where the end of this episode is leading off to, but I really like talking to you guys, so I appreciate you stopping by for the playthrough. Remember, guys, you don't really need to just be more or be perfect or be amazing or even be anything. Just be yourself, okay? That's all that really matters. I love you. I appreciate you. These are all the presents you get for clearing stage 2 of this this thing. And Mr. Invisible Guy is gonna chill here with us, get a cool little pose as we head out here. I appreciate you all. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Why should I expect any different results? When the last one did me dirt, fresh out of divorce. Bullshit, that's why I don't force shit. That therapy talk shit, but like